About 7 years ago when I got off the airplane in China, I remember in my naive 22-year-old mind, I thought one thing: I'm never having kids. So for about 5 years, I spent kind of hopping around the world, riding motorcycles across different countries. I rode all the way through Vietnam, got typhoid in Laos. Remember kind of like getting lost with my buddies out in Inner Mongolia and riding up to these grasslands and just watching the sun go down as we just drank all night. It was kind of like this epic bachelor dream, except like an international version of it. So in my selfish bachelor mind at that point, I thought, why would anyone want to settle down and have this kind of like suburban life that my parents had as I grew up? But then just about a year ago, I remember I was outside riding my motorcycle. I was getting some extra footage for my other channel, ADVChina. And I came back from work just like any day, and I walked upstairs, and on the kitchen table was a pregnancy test that was staring me in the face with a positive result. And my friend and my wife sitting there offering me a glass of my favorite scotch. Now this, I can't explain to you the feeling that I had at that moment. You know what it's like when you get in trouble as a kid and your parents ask you to sit down and you know what you did wrong. You know what you did wrong, right? And you get this feeling in your gut like the world is crashing down. Your eyes kind of go black, the blood kind of rushes from your face, and the gravity is not like the gravity of Earth, but more like the gravity of Jupiter, right? It is the worst feeling in the entire world. And I remember just kind of collapsing at the kitchen table, putting a kind of a fake smile, a fake grin on my face. And me and my wife just sat there trying to kind of absorb this unplanned pregnancy. It was like everything came crashing down. All of these memories of the freedoms that I had, you know, for the past 5 years kind of flashed before my eyes. And I was in this situation where I was like kind of fretting. It's like light at the end of the tunnel stuff. I'm sitting here thinking, now I can't go out and drink with my buddies. Now I can't go on motorcycle trips. I can't make videos and TV shows. And I actually had to film a TV show where I ride 5,000 kilometers across rural China on a motorcycle in a month, right? And that's, in my mind, it was like, that's not something a new dad should do, right? It's dangerous. And that would be really, really irresponsible. So it was kind of like all of this stuff, like I said, came crashing down and I almost couldn't breathe. It was like the end of my free world, right? Not only are all these freedoms gone, I'm also in a situation where I have to work twice as hard, maybe pick up extra jobs, because now I'm gonna have to support an entire family in a situation where my wife doesn't work because she's gonna stay at home with a kid, right? Now, it turns out all of these kind of like fantasies and these kind of like this tunnel of responsibility, this is all self-inflicted, but I didn't realize it. So for those 9 months leading up to that special day when she was actually born, it was just torture. It was kind of like, do I live all of these moments, all of these amazing freedoms right now in the 9 months leading up to the kid's, you know, the kid's birth? So then came that day where she actually came, right? And it was like this kind of whirlwind of responsibility, and it was terrifying, to be honest. It was really scary. I mean, this child that we've been waiting for 9 months is about to come into the world. So when I'm at the hospital and I'm waiting for them to kind of call me to come down to take my kid, I was losing my mind. I couldn't sleep. I was going crazy, right? But I got to tell you, when they wheeled her out and it was like 6 a.m., I had no sleep, and I see my beautiful, beautiful daughter, and they show me and they say, "This is your daughter." It was, to this day, the best moment of my entire life, to the point where I didn't care about all that stuff that I had been so stressed out to give up, right? All these freedoms, all of this kind of like reckless life that I was living, all that kind of selfish, ridiculous bachelor-esque lifestyle kind of like didn't mean anything to me anymore in that very moment. And I know that sounds super, super cliche, but it's absolutely true. This whole time you think you're gonna regret it. You think having this kid, you know, before you actually hold her is actually gonna ruin your life. And in a way, it kind of does, right? In a way, having a kid does change literally everything that you're scared of. But I'm telling you, in that moment, you just really, really don't care. And it doesn't really change after that. Because at this point now, she's 8 months old. The best part of my day is when I come home from work, I get out of my car, get off my bike, I walk upstairs and I see her peeking behind her little playpen in the fence, and she gives me the biggest smile every single day. And that is, and when people describe the feeling of love, it's like this surge, this surging, this uncontrollable welling up feeling inside your body. That's what I feel when I see my daughter every single day. And it's pure happiness incarnate. So regret, absolutely not. But up until she was born, I mean, it still felt like that. honestly, if it weren't for my wife, this would be a whole lot more stressful as well, because at the end of the day, she's the one at my side helping me take care of this kid. She's the superwoman. When the baby's awake, she's teaching her new things. She's taking care of her when I'm at work, and when the baby's asleep, she's reading parenting books. She's really taken to this super, super well. And I guess this whole team that we've created, this whole family, this little family we've created, is just been the best thing that's ever happened to me. And again, I'm not trying to sound like a Hallmark movie here, but literally having this kid, my baby Olivia here, is the best thing I've ever done in my entire life. It does change your world. I wanted to make this video to address a lot of people that ask me and my wife, do we regret having a kid so early because it was unplanned? Do we miss the old freedoms of our lives before we had our baby Olivia here? And the answer to that is not so simple. Of course I miss all of those things about my old life. It was a hell of a lot of fun, to be honest. But it's not missing in the sense of a feeling of regret. It's more like fond memories. It's kind of like putting on those rose-tinted glasses and looking back on all the crazy times I had. But at the end of the day, it took me, a little baby girl here, to come out of nowhere and completely rock my world, change my perspective on everything, and actually make me realize that that kind of crazy, awesome lifestyle that I was having can only satiate me for so long. And now I'm stuck here with this 8-month-old baby strapped to my chest, walking around a park with my wife. But I couldn't be any happier, seriously.